The Target 12 investigators are continuing to track the housing crisis in Rhode Island. Earlier this year, state leaders warned Rhode Island has the worst housing production rate in the nation.
But one city is seeing a significant bump in building. Target 12 investigator Kate Wilkinson takes us to Warwick with a look at why construction is happening there.
Over the next few years, Mayor Frank Picozzi estimates more than 1,000 housing units are going to be built here in Warwick. Many of them apartments like right here on Post Road behind me. And a developer tells me the reason why they're picking this city is because Warwick is willing to work with them.
This used to be a parking lot.
You can see they're starting to pour some foundations here as well. And once they start bringing in the lumber, it'll go real quick.
But next summer, it's expected to be home to 214 apartments.
So it was really easy to come in and rip up the pavement.
Mark Seck is the director of development for Wood Partners, the company behind this luxury apartment project on Post Road. Feet away from the airport and I-95, he says there was a lot that brought them here. But he says the city's willingness to collaborate with them was huge.
You know, what drew us to Warwick was the city rezoning this area. Mayor Picozzi has been great, his whole planning department staff.
Target 12 toured several construction sites in the Warwick area, many of them right near the airport, including this construction zone here on Vera Street.
And they are going to be building 39 single-family homes.
That's where I spoke with Council President Steve McAllister, who is also on the Rhode Island Housing Board.
People need homes, and people need a place, a safe place to go home, have their jobs, send their kids to school, and I think Warwick is a great place for that.
The ramp up in construction in Warwick comes as the state and the nation feel the effects of a housing shortage. Earlier this year, former Housing Secretary Stephen Pryor said the state needs to build thousands of units each year, but said that's not happening.
We have the worst housing production rate in the continental United States, the worst.
Local home buyers and renters alike are seeing the effects firsthand. In June, Rhode Island's median house price hit nearly $500,000. And Zillow reported Providence saw the highest rent increase in the country last year. But McAllister says Warwick wants to be part of solving the housing crisis.
The city's going to stay on top of them and make sure that they're building them the right way. But we need everyone to come together because there is a housing crisis in this country and here in Rhode Island as well.
New at 6, we take a look at what's being done at the state level to ramp up housing production and why House Speaker Joe Shekarchi says what's happening here is just the beginning. In Warwick with the Target 12 investigators, Kate Wilkinson, 12 News.
The Target 12 investigators are bringing you an update on Rhode Island's housing crisis. Warwick Mayor Frank Picozzi says the city is on its way to building more than 1,000 housing units in the next few years.
That's a significant uptick in construction over recent years. But as Target 12 investigator Kate Wilkinson found out, efforts on the state level could mean even more housing is on the way.
A developer tells me they picked this site in Warwick because the city streamlined the process for them. And state leaders say with new legislation taking effect, the process should get easier across the state.
We'll make sure that we're not falling off a cliff.
Earlier this year, former Rhode Island Housing Secretary Stephen Pryor warned the state's housing crisis is the worst in the nation and that the state had so far put in $250 million to try and address it.
When does that money start translating into units?
Yes.
Give me a date.
Well, there's no single date because every development is different, but it's going to take years.
Yet in Warwick, multiple housing construction projects are happening right now.
We have all that property around the airport. It's time to invest in that, and people are seeing that. It's tough to build anything, so the city wants to be a partner.
From luxury apartments to condos to single-family homes, Warwick City Council President Steve McAllister says several projects are in the pipeline, including here on Post Road, where 200 apartments are expected to replace what used to be the Sheraton Hotel.
I'm on the board at Rhode Island Housing, and we approved some middle-income funding, which is going to allow 20% of those units to be affordable housing.
The last 2 years, the State House has passed 27 housing reform bills. Leading that effort is House Speaker Joe Shekarchi, but he says what's happening in his home district of Warwick is not necessarily because of a legislative shift.
It takes about a year to build a house, not to mention a lot of these bills that we have passed don't go into effect for 6 months upon passage. It requires the cities and towns to act. Some cities and towns have embraced this.
Zoning was a crucial consideration for Wood Partners, a developer that's transforming this old parking lot near TF Green Airport into 2 4-story luxury apartments. Mark Seck is the director of development. He says the city has been eager to help.
They did the rezoning for this intermodal zone, which is where we are. And so that's what attracted us, is just their openness to developers, the need for housing.
Shikarchi says as Rhode Islanders continue to feel the effects of the crisis, housing reform will continue to be a legislative priority.
This is an issue that's not going away. We need more production, and more production, and we're going to continue to do our part of the State House to make it easier.
Construction is expected to finish sometime next year, with 214 apartments becoming available by the end of next summer. In Warwick with the Target 12 investigators, Kate Wilkinson, 12 News.